Welcome back everyone to phillipcarterxoffIcial, where I post more about menswear, men's style, men's lifestyle, men's skincare, and of course, perfumery. Everyone, we have an amazing lineup for you guys, and I can't wait to be able to share it with you guys in today's video. But just before we continue, guys, if you haven't subscribed, first of all, welcome to my channel. Go ahead and subscribe. When you subscribe, it helps me to create a lot more content for you guys at a faster pace, but I need your help. I need you to comment, like, and subscribe. The faster we get this channel monetized, the faster I can give back to the community with free fragrances and a bunch of other stuff. The best price is free $99, and I definitely want to give you guys free stuff, but I need your help. You can also support me by going to my Patreon page, where of course I accept donations via my subscribers to be able to create more content for you guys, as this channel is funded by all of my subscribers and my personal funds. All the donations that are given by my subscribers are reinvested into this channel to create more content, but I definitely need your help, and I strongly recommend that you check out my Patreon page. But nonetheless, everyone, we have an amazing lineup for today of sexy, mature, classic, masculine, timeless fragrances, and I can't wait to share it with you. So let's go ahead and get into it. Coming in at number 5 on this list is going to be coming in from the house of Creed, and I think you all know what I'm about to say. This is going to be Creed AVENTUS. Okay, just before I get into it, guys, this is an amazing fragrance. I love it. Do I think it is the best fragrance offered by Creed? No, I do not. If anything, this would probably be in the 5th, maybe 6th position for my Creed fragrances. And I am well aware of the politics that are around Creed fragrances. I have no say of what was offered in regards to the actual production of Creed AVENTUS or Creed fragrances in general 10 years ago. And I definitely do not want to break the bank and buy a 2010 version for $900 or $1,200. I can only review what's offered in today's market. So with that said, I only wear fragrances that smell good on my skin, that smell amazing and make me fall in love with them. And Creed AVENTUS definitely does have a special place in my heart. And that's why I wear it, because I enjoy my fragrances. And of course, I always recommend my subscribers to wear your fragrances unapologetically. That is correct. And for those of you who are asking for the batch code, because I know for you Creed aficionados, you guys are going to be asking me for the batch code in the comment box below. So I'm going to tell it to you right now so that you guys leave me alone. The batch code is, the batch code. Again, I wear fragrances that smell amazing on my skin. I couldn't care less about batch codes. I am well aware of the dupes, the counterfeits, the clones of Creed AVENTUS. If you like that, by all means, go for it at your discretion, of course, but I always recommend to get the authentic piece. But again, every person has their own taste via nose to nose, as perfumery is extremely subjective, so everyone has their own taste. But for me, it's always going to be the authentic piece. Now, what does this smell like? This smells like incense and fruit. More in particular, the incense and smoky components to this. And of course, when people hear the word pineapple, unfortunately, they automatically go to Creed AVENTUS, because there are more fragrances that incorporates pineapple. And for me, I do get a lot more incense and a lot more smoke blended with bergamot within this fragrance. So for me, it's more smoky and fruitiness, more of a citrusy tart fruit. And yeah, I guess you can say there's a subliminal nuance of pineapple within here as well, but for me it's more incense and bergamot. Some of the notes found in this fragrance are going to be birch, musk, cedar, patchouli, pineapple, of course, incense, and bergamot. And as you can see, guys, on my Creed AVENTUS here, I am almost halfway done with the bottle, and performance-wise, unfortunately, it's only about 3.5 to 4 hours on my skin chemistry in regards to projection, longevity, and sillage. So it's not really a heavy hitter. It doesn't really have that density nor that sinew that's found within this fragrance, as I do find that the combination of incense and fruit doesn't really last long on my skin chemistry. But again, perfumery is extremely subjective, so it might last a lot longer on your skin, but definitely an amazing fragrance. I absolutely love it. Once again, this is not the best option for myself, in my respectful opinion, of the best fragrances offered by Creed, but it is an amazing option. And let's go ahead and spray this on camera so that you guys get an accurate impression of the pressurized atomizer. So let's go ahead and do that on my skin. 1, 2, and 3. Phenomenal. Fantastic. Again, not the best fragrance offered by Creed, but I absolutely love it. And I do love the pressurized atomizers as well, as you can see. It's phenomenal. And I do get some apple notes in here as well. They're very subliminal, but very soft, brushed notes of apple mixed with that pineapple. Fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous. And once again, like everyone else, I wish this had a lot more heftiness, a lot more beef to it in regards to the actual performance, but it's lovely. And this is a weighted cap. This is not a plastic cap. I wish it was magnetic, but for what it is an amazing option, guys. For those of you who love Creed fragrances, please do leave a comment in the comment box below of what you guys think about Creed fragrances and AVENTUS. But nonetheless, everyone, coming in from the house of Creed, once again, this is AVENTUS. All right, everyone, coming in at number 4 on this list is going to be coming in from the house of Bon Parfumeur, and this one is going to be 901 or 901. Oh, yeah, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, I will say, this is a lot more effervescent, a lot more lighter on the skin, as I do find that I have to overspray this fragrance on my skin, just like I have to overspray Creed AVENTUS on my skin and my clothing to get somewhat of an accurate measurement of performance. But nonetheless, a phenomenal blind buy. I would recommend this as a blind buy in general, no matter what your taste is for perfumery. Fantastic. I think it's extremely non-offensive in regards to the actual scent profile, as this does incorporate warm and spicy aromatic notes with almond, and it has this shaving cream presence about it, which I absolutely love. Very masculine, very sexy. Again, effervescent, bright and light in the air, as it's not really a dense fragrance, but nonetheless, I do recommend this more for spring and summertime just because of the behavior of this scent, but it is absolutely lovely. And some of the notes in this fragrance are going to be nutmeg, cedarwood, sandalwood, ginger, lemon, pimento, patchouli, and tonka bean. Now, what I love about the patchouli done in this fragrance is that it is not overdone, because on the right side of things, patchouli can smell like very dirty. There's a very dirty aspect to it, so it smells like dirt, it smells like soil. I don't like that. This has a very soft undertone of patchouli, which is fantastic, and this is how exactly patchouli should be done in my taste, regarding to my taste and my liking for fragrances. But absolutely gorgeous, and this is a safe blind buy for those of you who want to perhaps grow your collection or your fragrances within niche perfumery, as I do find that the price point is very just, pretty fair for a niche fragrance, but an amazing option. And let's go ahead and spray this on camera so that you guys get an accurate impression of the pressurized atomizer. Let's go ahead and do that on skin here. 1, 2, and 3. Fantastic. Absolutely phenomenal. The musks here are done correctly. It is absolutely fantastic. It definitely combines as a combination of nutmeg, pepper, pimento, almond, and ginger within this fragrance. And it does remind me a lot of Inicio's Oud for Greatness, where it does have that peppery touch of cumin and coriander. Absolutely fantastic. Everyone, once again, this is an amazing blind buy if you like the idea of a shaving cream presence with almond, pimento, coriander, and ginger. Masculine, sexy, mature. This doesn't say delinquent nor adolescent or teenager. This is a grown man. fantastic, guys. Very sexy, very classic, and I do recommend this. Once again, guys, coming in from the house of Bon Parfumeur, this is going to be 901 or 901. Coming in at number 3 on this list is going to be coming in from the house of Marc-Antoine Barrois. This is going to be Ganymede Eau de Parfum. Excellent. Absolutely refined, polished. This is a gentleman in a bottle. So classic, so sexy smelling. Now I will say this. This was a overhyped fragrance amongst the YouTubers and the fragrance community. What does this actually smell like? To me, this will always smell like black tea and honey. There's a massive dominant dosage of black tea and honey, and of course you do get softer nuances of suede or leather within this fragrance, and that very emphasized dominance note of Immortelle. But for me, it's always going to be black tea and honey, and that's not a bad thing, because I do find that the majority of masterpiece fragrances within my collection do incorporate tea. Do leave a comment box in the comment box below if you like fragrances that have tea in them, but this is fantastic. I do find that tea within fragrances gives a certain sophistication and complexity within fragrances. It really smooths out the blend. Absolutely beautiful, and I really do have to go overboard with the trigger in regards to performance wise. For me, once I usually spray it on my skin and my clothes, I get about 9 to 12 hours in regards to longevity, and then sillage and projection is pretty close to the body, but lovely. Very regal smelling. It does smell opulent. There is something in here that says royalty. I absolutely love this. Extremely gorgeous. Some of the notes found in this fragrance is going to be Akigala wood, osmanthus, mineralic notes, suede, violet leaf, and of course that Immortelle. What does it smell like? Once again, guys, tea and honey. Very, very big dosage of tea and honey. But let's go ahead and spray this in the air so that you guys get an accurate impression of the pressurized atomizer. So let's go ahead and do that on the skin here. 1, 2, and 3. Really good. Very, very good. Fantastic. Absolutely. And again, something so soothing and calming about that tea presence. Fantastic. And tea is not an official note within the breakdown, but I definitely smell that. But nonetheless, superb. I'm not so sure about the extract of Ganymede, as I've been told that it's not really good, but I will review that eventually on my channel, and of course I will be sharing that with you guys eventually. But nonetheless, guys, an amazing, beautiful option. If you guys haven't checked out Marc-Antoine Barrois Ganymede, please do sample it first. I do not recommend this as a blind buy, because some of you might not take a liking to tea and honey and suede, but again, do check this one out if you can. An amazing option. Once again, guys, coming in from the house of Marc-Antoine Barrois, this is going to be Ganymede Eau de Parfum. Okay, coming up at number 2 on this list is going to be coming in from the house of Essential Parfums, and this one is going to be Mon Vetiver. Yeah. Interesting. Really, really interesting. Now, this is another light and effervescent fragrance. I do find this a lot more mature, a lot more masculine leaning. This is more for spring and for summer, simply because of the behavior. It's not a beast mode or nuclear mode fragrance. It definitely adds into the idea of a cosmopolitan fragrance, meaning this would smell more like a bar drink, like a Campari, Negroni, dry martini, cosmopolitan, old-fashioned, whatever it might be. Definitely a beautiful addition for anyone who loves those fragrances. I myself love these type of fragrances. They're so good. Unfortunately, this again is very light on the skin. I wish there was a more dense version of this, but it is fantastic. Now, what does this smell like? This smells like a martini with spices in it. What are the notes in this fragrance? The notes are going to be lime, vetiver, a gin accord, juniper, lavender, and cashmere. But for me, it's more of a experience with lime, cumin, and coriander, and of course a little bit of that juniper. I definitely do see the gin coming around within this fragrance as well, as it does have a dryness, and I love the usage of vetiver too. It's not too over prominent, but it's just enough to really get the other spices off the fragrance for the dry down. Lovely, ozonic, airy, and very fresh smelling. Let's go ahead and spray this on camera so that you guys get an accurate impression of the pressurized atomizer. Here on skin, 1, 2, and 3. Absolutely fantastic. Again, I really have to put the finger on the trigger in regards to this in order to get it to perform the way I want it to. I have to put this on my skin and on my clothes to really get someone to notice it, but it is fantastic. This performs a lot better in the spring and summer months simply because when the fragrance starts to activate with warm weather and your skin starts to perspirate, this really jumps off the skin. It is phenomenal, super fantastic, guys. Again, a phenomenal option if you guys like the idea of a gin and juniper fragrance that has a very dry vetiver backbone to it. This is an amazing option, guys. Once again, do check this one out from the house of Essential Parfums. This one is going to be Mon Vetiver. And finally, coming in at number 1 on this list is going to be coming in from the house of Ormonde. This one is going to be, of course, Ormonde Man. Excellent, classic, dapper, sartorial, sexy. Absolutely a phenom of a fragrance. This is timeless, as I do find that the majority of fragrances that come from Ormonde are very likable because there's this very classic conservative approach that I do find within the collection, and I do like the idea of English perfumery. I do leave a comment in the comment box below if you guys like that idea of English perfumery being more conservative. Perfumery houses like Floris London and Penhaligon's come to mind when I say the word British perfumery, and of course Ormonde. Absolutely incredible. What does this smell like? For me, the more dominant note within this fragrance is going to be the juniper berries and the hemlock found in this fragrance. And I do pick up on hemp seed or hemp oil. For those of you who haven't smelled hemp seed or hemp oil, it has a very vegetal presence about it. Very powdery, very soft, and very musky as well. Absolutely gorgeous. This is just a fine fragrance, and I do love the sweetness that is found here because it's not overdone. This does not smell feminine. This is for the gentleman who wants something that smells very refined, very classic. I can't recommend this enough, guys, as you can tell, but amazing. Super, super gorgeous. Just well done to the nines. Absolutely. I would wear this in more of a formal attire, more of a sprezzatura, if I may, but very gorgeous, guys. Now, some of the notes in this fragrance, of course, is going to be cardamom, pink pepper, juniper berries, bergamot, coriander, of course, that hemlock, and cedar. So a very strong foundation, super gorgeous, guys. What more can be said that hasn't been said enough? And let's go ahead and give you guys an accurate impression of the pressurized atomizer. Let's go here on my skin, 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful, absolutely. I can definitely see anyone adding this as a masterpiece to this collection. And I have to say, I don't really use that word often, masterpiece, because I do set the standards pretty high in regards to my subscribers, as of course, all of my subscribers are very classic and timeless individuals. Do leave a comment in the comment box below if you are a classic and timeless individual, because I know you are. Nonetheless, opulent and sophisticated, guys. I cannot recommend this enough, and I will be reviewing more fragrances of Ormonde later down the line, and of course I will be sharing it with you guys. But nonetheless, everyone, do check this one out if you haven't checked this one out, and I do recommend this as a blind buy in general. It doesn't matter what your scent profile is, whatever you like, this is classic. You cannot go wrong with this. If you have the means to buy this, do not hesitate. If you blind buy this, you will come back to this channel and to this video and thank me personally. I know you're gonna love it. Nonetheless, everyone, from the house of Ormonde Jane, this is going to be Ormonde Man. Alright everyone, and that concludes today's video. I do hope you enjoyed this video as we went through an amazing choice for men's fragrances. These are phenomenal choices, phenomenal options, guys. And as always, if you guys have not subscribed, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, guys. phillipcarterxoffIcial is going to be my tag on all of my social media accounts. If you haven't made a donation yet to the Patreon page, go ahead and drop a donation, as all funds once again are reinvested into this channel to create more content for you guys exclusively. But I need your help, so go ahead and do that for me, guys. phillipcarterxoffIcial on Instagram, where I post more about menswear, men's style, men's lifestyle, men's skincare, and of course, perfumery. As always, everyone, thank you very much for watching today. phillipcarterxoffIcial out. Bye-bye for now.